But we're going to go next to item number 55. Councilman Carlson had requested we move on this one early, and if you wish to take that, sir.
Thank you all very much for taking this early. Here's some. You all received a version of this resolution last week, but this is a slightly modified version that you all had received previously because Mr. Shelby edited it and formatted it. But the idea is to pass a resolution in favor of the state legislature passing the Equal Rights Amendment. If the state legislature passes it, we have some experts in the audience from Athena and League of Women Voters who have supported this throughout the state. But if our state legislature passes this, then we would be the final state to ratify it, and it would become a U.S. amendment to the Constitution.
Okay. Any discussion?
I'd certainly support this, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve, please.
And Marty.
Just this being the final action on this resolution, my suggestion would be that you take public comment on this before moving the item.
Okay. Okay. Anyone here to publicly comment on item number 55? If so, please come forward. And please state your name.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Vieira, and also council members. My name is Lorna Taylor. I'm president and CEO of a managed eye care company that's national and headquartered here in Tampa. I'm also the president of the Athena Society, which is a group of professional women working to promote equality and opportunity for all women. We were founded in 1976 to support ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment, something that the organization remains committed to today. The Equal Rights Amendment is 24 words. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. That's it. The ERA Coalition commissioned a poll, and 80% of those polled believe that women and men are already guaranteed equal rights under the U.S. Constitution. 94% of those polled said they would support an amendment to the U.S. Constitution that guarantees equal rights for men and women. And this support was expressed by both women and men, regardless of political party. The fact is that gender is not protected under the Constitution. We often hear Amendment 14 references providing protection of gender. However, Amendment 14 was in place before women even had the right to vote. The need for the ERA is compelling today as it has ever been. Laws can be rolled back by a simple act of Congress. As an example, Congress recently let the Violence Against Women Act expire. A constitutional amendment provides a layer of safety and protection to women. It also affirms the foundational principle of our nation that all men and women are equal. It's been 100 years since the right to vote with Amendment 19 and 50 years since Title IX. Yet women are still underrepresented in the C-suite, boardrooms, government, and sports. Pay inequity is a hard reality. The U.S. women's soccer team elevated pay disparity when they filed a gender discrimination suit earlier this year with the U.S. Soccer Federation. Despite bringing in more money than the men's team, the women's national team is paid nearly 4 times less. According to the Institute for Women's Policy Research, in Florida, white women receive 85 cents for every dollar a man makes. And for women of color, nationally, it's as low as 56 cents. The Institute also projects that given historical trends, nationally white women will have to wait until 2059 for equal pay. Black women will have to wait until 2119 for equal pay, and Hispanic Latino women until 2224. We cannot wait another 200 years. We are grateful to the Council member Bill Carlson for bringing forward this resolution. We're also thankful to each of you for your consideration and vote in support of this resolution. Bipartisan support and momentum for the ERA is on the upswing, with 38 states needed for ratification and 37 having ratified. We're one state away. It could be Florida. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Next, please.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Athena Phillips. I'm president of the League of Women Voters of Hillsborough County. We are a nonpartisan organization. We do not support candidates, but we work to increase understanding of major public policy issues. We work to effectively engage with voters and government at all levels, empowering voters and defending democracy. To that end, the League joins with other like-minded organizations in support of the ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. We need an Equal Rights Amendment. As stated by the late Justice Antonin Scalia, certainly the Constitution does not require discrimination on the basis of sex. The only issue is whether it prohibits it. It does not. The Equal Rights Amendment will give women new avenues of legal recourse when they face gender discrimination. The ERA can make a significant difference in a number of areas. For example, as stated previously, pay equity. As a victim of pay inequity frequently, I will have to wait until 2059, I'll see you there, in order to be on the same level as white men. Equality begins with the Equal Rights Amendment. In the past several decades, women have made amazing strides toward attaining equity. Unfortunately, this progress is not irreversible, and therein lies the key. Without the ERA, women have often been denied the ability to seek justice when they have experienced discrimination. Our democracy rests on the principle of liberty and justice for all. We need the ERA to ensure that this concept applies equally to women. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Next, please.
Good morning. My name is Kim Toole. I'm president-elect of the Athena Society, and I wanted to speak to this issue very briefly. I'm a retired lawyer. I spent 20 years at the Department of Justice in Washington. I'm also a certified school teacher, and I have taught constitutional law in our high schools here in Tampa. I can tell you that we do need this provision in the Constitution to ensure that women are always treated equally. My predecessor just quoted Justice Scalia, and what he said was so true. It doesn't require, the Constitution as currently drafted does not require discrimination against women, but it certainly doesn't protect against it. I appreciate your considering this. I think it's an important step forward. In the other states that have recently ratified the ERA, which include Illinois just last year, it started with local governments and local organizations and got the press that pushed the legislature to do it. So I appreciate your efforts, and I thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please. End of public comment on item number 55. I believe we have a motion by Councilman Carlson, a second by Councilman Maniscalco. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much.